NEPA's been on the books since 1969. It is the granddaddy of all environmental law. It gave a very clear mandate. It's clear that population concerns were driving the debate that resulted in NEPA, and there was a consensus. I mean, get my little memo where I quote this. Yeah, the elites on both sides want heavy immigration. It's the people in the middle, but courts do strike down regulations that are not in accord with the statutory mandate as set forth by Congress in a particular law. And that I would argue is what we have here with NEPA, where for whatever reason, I wasn't there in 1977, but for whatever reason, CEQ ignored Congress's mandate when they demoted population growth to an indirect secondary impact.
What is the objective of the left in terms of wanting more population and immigration? Because immigration is population. Why is the left so hell-bent to have more population growth through more immigration?
Well, I'm not really the expert on why the left wants all this population, except my feeling from my own experience is that people on the left don't like to be mean. They think everybody should have a shot at the American dream.
Yeah, that's one.
Yes, it's votes. That's what
well,
I was going to help Lesley by saying it's votes.
I think people are, engaging in doublethink, and I think is somewhat akin to the way people accepted the status quo in the pre-civil rights era. They just kind of made accommodations with the status quo, even though they could see how detrimental it was to both individuals and society at large. People just don't like to make tough choices. But my point is that NEPA was very clear in its statutory mandate, and that was abrogated in 1977 with the promulgations of these guidelines, and we've been living with that consequence ever since. The way you win against the government when you challenge a rule is this. You have to prove to the court that the rule is arbitrary and capricious, not in accord with the intent of the statute. How do you do that? Well, what you do is you put in lots of record evidence to the agency. And Phil is going to be talking about how we now can quantify impacts on a per capita basis. Carbon impacts, water impacts, land consumption impacts, sewage impacts, school impacts. In the last 10 years, this impact analysis has really taken a big leap. It used to just be a lot of generic mumbo-jumbo. I've read EISs where this will have an impact because it's going to degrade water quality. Well, that really doesn't tell us very much. But now we can provide very specific numbers that we can attach on a per capita basis, which are scientifically recognized. So you put that before the agency, and then you say you need to reconsider your rule. And what you're doing there is you're creating the record that will be used up on review before the court, and that's how you win.